Yep. All right, ladies and gentlemen, ah, let's get the party started. So this is a just a financial literacy check-in. Hopefully, this does motivate somebody or activate somebody to take action to do something about their finances. So I am currently live on Facebook and on YouTube. And so on Facebook, of course, it's just under my name, Simon Steele. Now on YouTube, it is Coach Steele Finance Training. Coach Steele's Finance Training. So you can dive on Facebook or on YouTube to tune in. But I'm just going live for about 20 minutes. So from about 6:40 to I would say about 7 o'clock. I'm just going to go live to talk about a little financial literacy, touch up on some things that we touched on before. Feel free to like, subscribe, share, comment, whether it's on YouTube or Facebook. Feel free to dive in there as we touch on a few subjects for about 20 minutes. All right. So, to summarize and recap, I want to remind everyone that I did talk a couple weeks ago about getting that high yield interest savings account. So, if you didn't do that homework yet, make sure you do knock that out and you get that homework done with your high yield interest savings account. And that's where one of the things I told everyone, look at your savings account, look where you have your extra money sitting at, and see what interest rate it is at right now. If it's less than 1%, then you need to move it to a high yield interest savings account. And there are a number of banks that do provide that, whether it's Fidelity, whether it's Wealthfront. There are a few others out there, SoFi as well. So anyway, do your research. Don't take my word for it. Do your research and make sure that everything that I'm saying is factual and can be proven. Also, we did talk about starting up your IRAs, whether it's a Roth IRA or whether it's a traditional. I like Roth IRAs for a number of reasons and their flexibility. Do your research and the benefits and the difference between a Roth and a traditional. Also, so when we talk about financial literacy and we see it is the 17th, so it's almost about the middle of the month of June. And also, it's pretty cool is this is basically the middle of the year. We're kind of like at the halfway point. So when you look at the halfway point of 2024, financially, where are you at? Are you where you want to be? Are you where you expected to be? Are you hitting your targets? Are you hitting your goals? Are you ahead of schedule or are you behind schedule? So, those are some things I want people to answer. Financially for 2024, are you ahead of schedule? Are you behind schedule? Or are you right where you want to be? Now, here's the thing, if you are behind schedule, you have to ask yourself why. Why am I behind schedule? Why have I not hit the target points that I wanted to hit? And we'll use an example, simple example. If you wanted to have, mm, let's say, $1,800 in your savings account, and you only have $1,000 in there, why are you behind $800? Is it because you didn't set aside the right amount every month to equal that? Did an emergency happen? Was an emergency that you could have planned for? Could you have set money to the side for just in case? Or for some people, if they wanted $1,800 in their savings account by June 17th, they might have 2,000 in there. They may be ahead of schedule. So what are you doing that has you ahead of schedule? And look at, are there some things that you can continue to repeat to keep you ahead of schedule as well? So when we look at 2024, are you behind schedule financially? Are you ahead of schedule, or are you right where you need to be? And look at the previous actions for the past 6 months that help dictate those things. If you're behind schedule, be creative. Do some things to get you right back on track. Of course, one of the easiest things to always do is go find a way to make more money, find more cash flow, make more income. Or, of course, like we talked about before, get rid of debt, get rid of reoccurring expenses. Reoccurring expenses are not beneficial to your budget. So get rid of those reoccurring expenses that are not favorable, that are not necessary, so that you can get to where you need to be. It's just a matter of discipline. It's a matter of making up your mind that I'm going to get where I want to get. Think about it. Make up your mind that you are going to get exactly where you're trying to get. And there's nothing that is going to stop you from getting there financially. You will jump through whatever hoops you need to jump through. You'll climb whatever financial mountain that you need to climb. You will go over whatever disciplined hill that you need to climb. You'll do whatever it takes to get to where you need to be 2024 financially. And sometimes our end goal can't happen in 6 months, but our goals can be realistic to help us get there. And there's something that I call bridge goals. You have to learn to accomplish the bridge goals to get to the end goal. And when I talk about bridge goals, those are you may have, let's say, point A, and you may have point B. And to get from point A to point B, there may be a mountain in between. There may be something, a bridge in between. There may be an obstacle in between. So financially, when you're trying to get from point A to point B to reach those goals, sometimes you have to do things in between those 2 points to get to the other side. And those are the things I call bridge goals. So not only is it important to accomplish the goal and get to point B, but do those little things that bridge you over to point B, from point A to point B. So another simple example that I always use, if you're trying to build up the money in your savings account, and let's say you're trying to grow your savings, well, whenever you get paid, you need to either set up a direct transfer, you need to check your account to see whatever that amount is to transfer the money over. You can say you want to save a certain amount, but you have to do the little things in between to be able to make that happen. You may have to go without an extra cup of coffee from Starbucks to reach that goal. You may have to decide not to just joyride to reach that goal. Some of the bridge goals, those are the little things it takes to reach the end goal. So keep in mind what your bridge goals are as we are halfway in the middle of the year of 2024 to help you accomplish your goals. And I just wanted to come on for about 20 minutes and talk to everyone about financial literacy and see where you are this month. Think about your goals financially at the end of this month and where you're trying to go. Many parents, it is the summertime. And so if it's summertime, a lot of us are going to be vacationing. And while we enjoy vacation in the summertime, now the kids need more food in the house because they're going to eat up a lot more food. So there's an adjustment in the house financially, not only for food, for vacation. And then before you know it, August comes around and it's time to go school shopping. Now we have to go shopping in regards to whether it's clothes, kids growing, whether it's shoes, whether it's book bags. And so, what are some creative things that you can do to help you reach your goals financially and not get caught up in obstacles or not be prepared? Well, parents, you can start searching for deals now as far as clothes. If kids wear uniforms, then find a good location, a good place where uh, there's organizations that give uniforms away for free. You can give them your children's old uniforms that are gently worn that someone else can wear, and give them those and get some new clothes that fit your children now. So that's one way you can save money. And of course, you can start looking for deals for shoes, be creative. And another thing you can do is go to those back to school events. At those back to school events, people are usually giving away free backpacks. They're usually giving away uh, papers, writing utensils. So find out what it is your children need for the next grade, although it's kind of difficult now if you don't have a teacher's requirements for that next grade. But you can start going to back to school rallies and getting items now, and that will save you a lot of money. Will it be a big crowd? Yes, it'll be a big crowd. Will it be long lines? Yes, it may be long lines, but you'll end up saving a lot of money in August by preparing now, whether it's back to school rallies or finding those deals on clothes or finding deals on vacations. And so keep that in mind that you can always find a deal on vacations to make vacations more affordable, to make vacations cheaper. That's something that I do during the summertime as well. I always look for and find deals on vacations, and I try to my best to make deals that allow me, because when you go on vacation, there's certain costs that you have. Of course, you're going to have to eat, and usually you have a hotel or an Airbnb, and you have to pay for fuel. Now, when you get there, you'll do certain events. But one of the biggest expenses when you go on vacation is the hotel room or the Airbnb. So, as you're trying to save money this summer when it comes to meeting your goals and meeting your expectations during 2024, learn to save money on vacations. Learn to find creative deals that allow you to get those hotel rooms for free. One of the things I do is when those companies give me those offers, I usually take them. You know, they may say you get 4 days, 3 nights, 199, but you have to listen to a 2 hour pitch about whatever they're called. When you listen to those 2 hour pitches where they try to get you to buy a timeshare. So if I have a vacation for 4 days and they want to use 2 of my hours for me to tell them no, then it's fine. And usually after that, they'll give you like a $200 gift card or a $100 gift card, which cancels out what you paid in the first place. So basically, it allows my vacation expenses to be free or either balances it out. So that way, I have more time and money to spend on vacation. I have more money to spend because I didn't have to use it on the most expensive costs on vacation, which are the hotel rooms or the Airbnb. And I get to stay at a nice, beautiful place. So that's one way to save money. So go to those back to school events, find good deals. Do not trap yourself in a bad timeshare deal. And if you're not disciplined enough to say no, then do not go. Do not accept the deal. But look at where you are in June 2024 and find out, are you hitting your target? Are you reaching your goals financially? And if not, make the adjustment. Find out what you did wrong. Find out what you need to do. One thing that I always do is I keep folders with me. I keep folders with me. That way I can always write down what I'm doing. That way I can always add things up. I like to keep folders with me. And of course, one of my favorite colors is green, but I'm always writing and jotting down numbers in these folders because I want to know what my budget is. I want to know what my plans are. I want to know what am I going to reach my target. And I will take these folders. You can always go in here and get a piece of paper, get in there, and get to writing. Get used to being in the habit of grabbing a folder, finding out what your budget is, finding out what your numbers are. Label this folder, call it your budget sheet, call it whatever you need to call it, but get into the habit of playing with your numbers. Get into the habit of being disciplined and know what you have coming in, what you have going out, what to expect. And all you're doing is planning. You are planning financially. You're learning to make sound, consistent decisions that benefit you financially. Because if you don't get this, whether it's an app or old school like me, which is a folder or a binder to write down that information, if you don't do it for yourself, then who will? Who else is going to sit time to the side and go over your numbers and figure out what is best for you financially if you don't do it for yourself? It's not too late. It is the middle of 2024. And so we still have another good 6 months, the rest of this year, to really grind in, to get focused, lock in financially to reach our goals. And I'm going to be here every week to motivate you and to push you along the way as we try to reach those goals financially. And like I said before, I was going to jump on here for about 20 minutes from about 6:40 to about 7 o'clock. So I have anywhere between about another 3 to 5 minutes before I hit that 20-minute mark. I've been on so far for about 15 minutes, but like I said, don't give up. Don't get discouraged. If it looks tight at the end of the month, let's just find what adjustments we can make. Let's look at what we can do. One of the easiest things you can do is learn how to save money on gas. Whether you drove too far or whether you sat in the car and you ran the car a little too long when you got back home, or traveled somewhere where you really didn't need to, or you went to the store 5 extra times unnecessarily this month. And so you learn to break things down, learn to cut the car off sooner, learn not to have to go to Walmart every other day. And so that will help you out as well, save you money on gas, put a little more money back in your pocket. So now before you go shopping, take your folder, your paperwork, and figure out what it is that you need to buy. And can you find things in groceries that will last more than one day? Can you make a meal that will hold you over for a while? And so one of the things I like to do is grill on Sundays. And of course, I like grilling salmon. So I will grill a good number of salmon on Sunday and I'll eat on it throughout the week. So I already have my meat prepared, and that helps save me money. And it's something that I like eating. And so it doesn't have to be the same meal over and over, but you can find out what you need on Sunday or whatever day, go to the grocery store and make a few of those meals in advance. So that way you can use those meals throughout the week and eat them. So now you're not going through the busy traffic of Walmart and Kroger over and over throughout the week, wasting gas money and wasting time. So one thing I'm going to challenge everybody to do is get your budget folder, get you a binder that you're going to use to start writing down your numbers and your information so you can be as accurate as possible each month. And I look forward to seeing everyone reach their goals financially in 2024. 6 months left. I plan on going shooting for the stars, so to speak, financially, on trying to reach a lot of my goals and the things I want to accomplish. People get so discouraged easily because they have setbacks. But just like you can have a setback, you can have something that propels you forward. You can have something that pushes you forward that you did not expect. You can have something drop in the mail that you did not expect. You can have favor with someone and they give you something that you did not expect. So do not be discouraged financially. Keep pushing, keep pressing, get wisdom, get advice. If there's something that you don't know, get help from someone. Don't sit there and get stuck because you weren't humble enough to get help. That's what we are here for. That's what the internet is for. YouTube is for. There's so many different places to get good information that can help you and guide you along the way. But once again, I'm going to go ahead and get off now. I'm getting very close to that 20-minute mark, but be encouraged. This was a financial check-in to make sure that you continue to push forward, to continue to make progress financially, prep for those vacations, and then parents with children, make sure that you're prepping in advance for what the kids are going to need for school in August. Make sure you're going to those back to school rallies and events to get some of those items that are going to help you along the way. And once again, I'm Simon Steele on Facebook and on YouTube. You can find my YouTube channel, Coach Steele's Training Sessions. Feel free to subscribe. That would be great. Feel free to like, comment. If you have thoughts or questions or anything else that you want me to discuss financially, we'll look at that as well as you leave those in the comments. Be blessed and have an amazing day.